Okay, we have our 5500 param all gauge raked down, and in lieu of using the smoothing paddle, now we're going to try our roller, see what kind of results that we get. Basically, that's how quick and fast the material rolls down. That's it. So you're left with a surface that's really free of any smoother lines. Really lays it down beautifully. Okay, that was the application of param 5500. In a later video, we're going to show you how to create a polished concrete look by using some different types of sealers. We're back this morning on our param 5500 self-leveling overlay application. Now look, before you go to the next step, it's really important that you go ahead and you sand this. And basically on the bottom of this machine we have a 120 grit sanding screen. It does form ever so slightly a little bit of dust on that surface, and we just need to break that dust off, give it a good vacuum, and then on this panel we're going to be demonstrating the Pellucid Dye. Now remember, there are certainly plenty of coloring options. You can use the integral color packs, the param color packs, which you can get that are color matched to the color fast colors. That's a little bit more expensive way. So what we're about to show you is a cost-effective alternative to coloring the param 5500. But like I said, next day, minimum 8 to 10 hours later, come back, hit it with a screen as we're going to demonstrate. Brian's going to vacuum right after that, and then we'll show you guys how to apply the Pellucid Dye. Okay, Brian, let's vacuum that up. I'd already done that up there. All right, we're getting ready for the application of our Pellucid Dye. Remember, what we started off by doing is sanding with a 120 grit screen on this param 5500, followed by a vacuum so the surface is nice and clean, no particulate. So we're going to apply the Pellucid Dye. Now here is the Pellucid Dye classic flooring color chart that you can see here, so a lot of really nice colors. Basically the way this system works is a concentrated form, and this unit right here mixes into 1 gallon of acetone. Now this product is considered both interior and exterior dye. You're not going to get any fading. When you mix it with the gallon, you want to always use an acetone sprayer that's resistant to the acetone. So you don't want to use just a cheap throwaway type sprayer, because the acetone could degrade the components and actually form a hole in here and make the dye squirt all over the place. So use the right sprayer. When we talk about the mix ratio at 1 gallon, you can actually go ahead and thin it back a little bit more. It really depends on your desired color. So you can go as many as 4 or 5 parts acetone to 1 part of the Pellucid Dye. You do not want to mix water with this, so do not mix water into it. We do have a few contractors that have asked if you could use, say, xylene, for example. Yeah, you can, but by far acetone is the best solvent for this product. So that's how the product works. Let's show you how it sprays down on our param 5500. On this side over here, on the right side here, we're going to just demonstrate some aqua colors, and we're going to leave this side over here just the nice light gray that you see. All right, there you have it. There's our application of the Pellucid Dye. Absolutely beautiful. It's just a very nice, subtle light gray. Looks great. All right, here we are on our param 5500. If you remember, we applied acetone Pellucid Dye, just a really light, almost steel gray. It's a really beautiful color. And for demonstration purposes, what we're about to show you is another method of coloring, which is called Aquacolor. Aquacolor is a water-based stain concentrate. It's packaged in 8-ounce containers, and basically the yield is 8 ounces of Aquacolor to 1 gallon of water. You can also mix the Aquacolor into water-based sealers, but it really just takes experimenting. So, really you're going to get two different looks with just straight water or mixing the Aquacolor into a water-based sealer. Now, if you're mixing it with water, which is what we're doing for today's demonstration, you do need to lock it in with sealer. You can't just spray this product down and leave it because there's no binder in it to help hold it in place. So you do want to go back over the top of it and with a good sealer and lock it down in. So the product can be used both interior and exterior, and it's UV stable. And so what we're going to do is just show you some really basic masking techniques here on this side where we're just about to apply our Aquacolor. Now, oftentimes people they get frustrated when they're masking radiuses or circles. And so one quick, easy way that I like to mask radiuses is I'll just overlap my plastic, and then what I'll do is I'll just take a sharp razor knife and go right down into my saw cut, peel it away, just that quick. And then all we have to do now is pull it back only a 1/4 inch or so, just away from that saw cut. And then we'll take our tape, and I overlap the tape just like we did the plastic. In other words, right over the whole panel. I'll take my finger and just determine right there where the saw cut edge is. And then once we've done this all the way around, what we do is we then take our knife and put it right there in the saw cut. And you can see how fast you're ready to go, as opposed to sitting here and just breaking off pieces of tape and trying to go around. So this is a really, really quick way of doing your masking. So for best results, especially on something that's somewhat porous, this Duraamen is a little bit porous considering that it's just about 24 hours old. So you really want to spray this product. The reason is, on a porous surface, you could actually, if you were brushing it, getting in here and randomly brushing each one, you could possibly get some brush strokes. So for that reason, we're going to go ahead and spray it. All right, we're ready to go with our application of the Aquacolor. Always check the sprayer. And here we go. This should really give us a nice contrast of this color that we're spraying of Aquacolor next to our other dye that we sprayed already in the gray. This does provide kind of an acid stain look. There's a translucency to it. It's not opaque, which gives a real natural stone appearance. Notice the angle of my sprayer. When I get over here to the area that I don't want to spray on, I'm spraying this direction. Also, when I get onto the plastic over here, same thing. Okay, so if I choose to, I could come back now and simply add a few highlights. Let's just say, for example, we were trying to mimic a natural stone. Natural stone has a multitude of different colors. It's not monochromatic. So I could just come in here, highlight certain areas, darken them up a little bit in just areas. so we get that natural stone appearance. All right, our next step, what I would like to do is wipe off the remaining residue that I've sprayed up on top of the plastic, just so we don't have a wick up underneath there. Once this is dry, we can remove it and see what a nice contrast we have. So for example, right here, we'll do a little section. And you notice when I'm removing this masking, I'm removing it into a ball here. I'm not just peeling it up because there is still wet material up on top of this. So I'm methodically keeping it contained here, rolling it into a ball, working my way back. And we have beautiful contrast. So this is a really basic design that we did. Took us probably 10 minutes just to lay it out and saw cut it, but yet it really does produce a very classical look, very classy look. And with the right spraying techniques and right application methods, you can in fact spray successfully without having any wicking or bleeding like you see here.